Good day, folks. Welcome to a Florida Cemetery channel. I'm a Florida Golden Girl, your host. Today's travel adventure takes us to Port Canaveral. Folks, we're not going on a cruise, but I surely did want to go check out the cruise ships that they have docked here in Port Canaveral. They have Celebrity and they have Carnival that are based here. For anybody that has taken a cruise out of Port Canaveral, this will bring back lots of pleasant memories. So I'm going to zero in on the top deck. You can see all the people up there sunning. See that? Yes, we wish we were there. But this is the Celebrity Apex ship, which is supposed to be one of their better ones. So I'm along with my co-host and his younger brother. And so the last time I was here, we parked in, we were at the Cove. And so we were able to check out some really cool shops. And so we're back again. It's 4 years later. I did not have a YouTube channel. And so I just thought this was just cool to come back. So they have some really cool places to go do some shopping at. And so I wanted to check out the other ships that they have in the area. So let's rock. Okay, folks. So we're on the other side, and so we're at the Sunrise Marina. And so this is a harbor where lots of the ships come in, tankers, whatever, and offload products. Look at the color of the water. It's such a pretty day out. So in the distance you have Royal Caribbean, I think it's Symphony of the Seas, and you've got another Carnival ship in the background. Okay, folks, I'm almost at kind of a little bit farther down the port, and a lot of this is fenced off. You can see in the distance they've got, but there's all the ships. They're going to be here until 4 o'clock, and that's when they all leave to go back out to sea. I will not be here when they depart, but I just thought it would be kind of nice to see port of Cape Canaveral's like. There's a total of there's 4 ships in port right now. See them at a distance. So this building in the distance, you see that's where a lot of people will go to watch the launchings over at the Cape. They'll launch space rockets, Elon Musk rockets. So I just thought I'd give you a little view, and that they all go up high. But when they have the night launches, this place is just packed. Okay, we're gonna just go ahead and do a walk, and I'll show you a little bit more about what the Cape, well, what the port is. So, for those that have never been to the port before, you see the fencing, which I took earlier video footage of. That was never there the last time I was here, which was 4 years ago. What they've done is they're limiting access, you know, for people to see to just the restaurants, but they're trying to keep that clientele. So you want to watch whatever, you got to pay. But a lot of this, they've fenced it off, and so you don't have that free access that you did 4 years ago. And it kind of takes the fun out of just coming down and just watching the ships. You know, it's kind of cool. You know, I think when we went on our cruise, you know, there's people that were waving and or flipping us off, whatever. It was kind of cool, you know, when you're up there. So they're all just here for 4 hours. I'm sorry, if I'm on a cruise, I'm not going to. 4 hours really doesn't get you anywhere, because most places are just too far away for you to go, because many people will go, I've read where they'll go to Disney Springs, and that's a little more than an hour away, and you really don't have time. So you're kind of stuck. So for me, if I was in port, especially Cape Canaveral, I might go to the Wizard of Oz Museum, which we have shown you, and maybe grab a couple souvenirs, and that's about it. So you can see in the distance, that's the top deck where they have all the dining, and then that's a solarium right there in the distance. Okay. Look at the sidewalk. They use seashells. This part of the concrete. So, and for many people, if you look at a distance, this is also a place where they store boats. You see those in the distance? Let me see if I can capture. See, look at that. That's all boat storage there, folks. See that? And that's not cheap. You gotta have some money to do that. And then I'm looking at these spikes. Nice. See if I'm able to do a little bit of boat storage. They'll wash them here, and then what they do is then they store them. Now, you see that? And then what happens is then they'll have them out for a bit, and then they'll do whatever. Okay, so you hear the music in the background, and that's where all the ships are. And there's a specific order that ships will leave the port to go out to sea. But I just thought it was kind of cool, you know, to take you along on this journey here at the cove here at the Port of Canaveral. I'm at the other end, so I'm sure all of this looks a little bit more familiar with you. There's the dirty ocean, because people have no concern for the environment. And then there's people that are casting their nests out. So the highlight of the day again is when the ships leave. Lots of people come here to see that. But anyway, folks, I want to thank you for coming along with us on this adventure here at the Port of Canaveral.
See, the engines are on. They're gonna leave in about 30 minutes. Oh, it's MSC. That's MSC.
All right, folks, we're leaving the Port of Canaveral at the Cove. Gives you a little bit of a picture of what it looks like.
That was pretty cool.
Where do they do the rocket launches at? Oh, over. I don't know if I can see it or not.
It's to the right.
But in the distance, there's an island, and that's where they do the rocket launches at. That will be for another day.